Hi, my name's Tom, welcome to Quick Licks Weekly, and in this lesson we're going to be looking at pinched harmonics. Now, I've been doing these lessons for quite a while, and this is something that I get asked by a lot of students. It's been explained before, but I just thought I'd throw my take on it. As I mentioned last week, or in last lesson, sorry, I've raised my action on my guitar, so I've got more sustain, and that definitely helps with this technique. So before we go into it, the actual, practical thing of what's going on, something that some tutorials leave out, but I think is very important, is that we talk quickly about the theory of harmonics and why the sound, or how this sound works that we're getting out, because it makes it a lot easier to comprehend if I just talk you through this. So harmonics are naturally occurring things in any object makes harmonics when you hit it, but strings especially so. And they make harmonics at different intervals across the neck, so exactly halfway in the string from where it starts and stops, and it starts at the nut and stops at the bridge as far as the string is concerned, because that's where it's being blocked off. Exactly halfway is the 12th fret, so if we just put our finger over the 12th fret and pluck that string, so not pressing down on the fret but actually over the fret wire, we get a harmonic. And obviously pinched harmonic is just a harmonic, but it's being teased out with this hand. Now if we halve that again, we can get an even higher harmonic, and then at different intervals it's sort of like divided by 3, divided by 4, you can get different harmonics. Now what we're doing with our picking hand when we do pinched harmonics is we're hitting a harmonic point here, but we're hitting it with this hand only, so we're not using this hand to create the sound. So essentially what's happening is when I do like a harmonic on the 3rd fret on the low string, I'm playing what would be 2 octaves higher on the string, which is about here, and then hitting that harmonic there. So that's how this works basically. I'm tuned to drop D, just about, and I'm going to do this lesson for the 3rd fret on the low string, which would be the D string. Now I'm going to talk you through it, and then we're going to zoom in so you can see exactly what's going on. The idea is that we're doing this whole thing, so putting our finger down on the string and plucking it to create that harmonic with just one hand. So instead of doing this, which is what we can do, which I'll talk about at another time, where we actually put our finger out like that, we can just use this part of our thumb to catch the harmonic. So when we're normally picking down or up like this. We've got a lot of clearance for the pick, so I'm using jazz 3s here, little picks anyway, which do help with this technique because we need to be digging our thumb into the string. So we've got a fair amount of clearance. It's usually the pick just hitting the string. Now for pinched harmonics, we need to make the part where we're picking from the pick really small. So you can probably see I've just got a little bit poking out from my thumb. So when I'm hitting the guitar now, I can feel this part of my thumb slapping on the string every time I hit it. Sort of catches. So what we're doing for the pinched harmonic technique is we're picking a spot. Now it takes some practice to find out where this works, because it can work in different places. I'll talk you through that in a minute. And instead of picking down or up, we're going to pick like this and dig into the string. So I'll zoom in a minute so you can see me picking normally and then getting the pinched harmonic. But let me just show you now. Now a fair amount of distortion is probably a good idea for this technique. So I'm just going to be plucking the string and then digging in with my thumb. You see what I mean about finding the right place to do this technique? Because I've got 2 different pitches there. If I just do the technique along the string, slowly moving from this pickup to this pickup, you'll hear a load of different harmonics. course this is used commonly in like metal songs during a riff, which might be... It's a lot of fun. So let's zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm doing. It's really straightforward, and you can break it down to just having a fair amount of gain on your guitar, decent setup so your strings aren't buzzing, you've got a lot of clearance, so reasonable action. And all we do is we pluck with our pick, though we make sure our pick is not sticking out much from our thumb, and then we just dig into our thumb into that string. A lot of problems people have is that they're doing this technique right, but they're not doing it in the right place. So what you need to do is move your hand around until you find a spot that works, and then just keep practicing it, and then without even thinking about it, you'll hit dead on that spot when you pick. So let's get a bit closer, and I'll show you the technique zoomed in. Okay, we're a bit closer in now. So this is me just picking a note normally, and I'm still playing the 3rd fret on the low string, which is tuned to D. And then this is the technique I want to do to get the pinched harmonic out. So normally, pinched harmonic. You can see I'm angling the pick down, and I'm picking and digging my thumb into the string. So it's pick and then thumb straight away. And you'll see when I'm picking normally, there's a fair amount of pick sticking out, and then I adjust my hand when I want to be doing the pinched harmonic like this. Now if I want to be putting a pinch harmonic into a riff, I'll be in this sort of position, and I'll just angle my pick so I make sure I'm trying not to hit the string with my thumb, but I might end up going. I sometimes end up hitting the harmonics. While I'm playing the chords as well. So it can be a tricky technique when you start off, but the most important things to remember are reasonably high action, so not ridiculously low like I've been having it for several years. Try and hide as much of the pick as you can. You're not going to get a pinched harmonic if you're doing this, because that's impossible. You need to have the flesh of this part of your thumb is the thing hitting the string. You want it next to the pick so you can hit it down, and you want a lot of gain as well to get that Zakk Wylde sound. That, you know, ridiculously high-pitched, squealy sound. So thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you can find some use for this in your playing, and I'll see you next time.